We're live.
Greetings and welcome to Season 2, Episode 5 of City of Destiny, a part of the Untold Stories Project. Tonight's episode is titled Anti-Gravity. I am your host and game master, Aaron. City of Destiny is an actual play of Mutants and Masterminds, the world's greatest superhero RPG, from Green Ronin Publishing, using concepts and themes derived from the Emerald City sourcebook, and is set within the connected version of Earth Prime that can be seen in many other offerings from the Untold Stories project. Um, Mutants and Masterminds is a D20 based system which allows players and GMs to create stories featuring all of the greatest heroes of their imagination. It is one of my all time favorite systems due to its balance of playability, detail, and flexibility. And one of my favorite things about it is its inclusion of hero points. These allow our heroes to re-roll a die, take an extra action, recover from a dangerous condition, or use their powers in new and creative ways. Our heroes each start with one of these hero points, and they can get additional points for good role playing, funny jokes, clever decisions, from me using their complications against them, and by your generosity. If you subscribe, renew a subscription, or donate bits to our stream, you will generate a hero point that can be given to the player of your choice. We are a small but growing streaming network. All of those likes, subscribes, bits, and all of the rest of it help grow our little PL6 network into the PL14 powerhouses we hope to become. So let's meet our players for tonight, shall we? Say, blast off, heroes.
Blast
Blast
off,
off,
heroes!
heroes!
Let's go ahead and have you introduce yourselves, tell us your name, who you're playing, and answer our question of the week, which is what is your favorite movie that takes place in outer space? And I will start with Calvin.
Okay. Hey everyone, I'm Calvin, and tonight I will be playing the astounding Spider Queen. Um, my favorite movie that takes place in space. My my first answer was gonna be that part of F9, the past saga, where Tej and Roman are in space with the rocket that was attached to a a Fiero, which surprisingly didn't explode. But my actual good answer would be Treasure Planet. Um, and if Whitney had an answer, it would be a compilation of all the Garrus cutscenes from Mass Effect. I'm sure that
That
counts
feels
as a
like a
movie.
secret, also Calvin answer.
Uh, it's you're not wrong. It was number 3 on the list. And with that, I'll just pass it to Alex.
I'm busy doing calibrations. You can't pass it to me right now.
Oh, okay.
I'm
I'll come
kidding.
back
That's a
later.
Garrus joke.
I
Hi,
got it.
everybody. Good. I'm Alex. I am very excited to be here playing with everybody and hanging out with all y'all. I am continuing to play Ethan Blackwell, aka Crucible, aka the mosquito repellent test dummy of magnetism. As for my answer to the question of the day, my favorite movie that takes place in space is one of the Star Wars, usually Episode 3, sometimes Episode 5, sometimes Rogue One. And Ethan's is the same, because as soon as he got his powers, the first thing he thought was he was a Jedi. And now he's hanging out with a guy with a lightsaber that he wishes was magnetic so that he could be a Jedi. But I will pass it over to my partner in crime, Aunt Puppy.
Hi, I am Aunt Puppy. I'm currently surrounded by two animals having a bit of a tussle. So if you can hear a screaming, what sounds like a child, it's actually a cat that doesn't understand how a dog works. I'm playing Cindy or Keone, the resident stabby stabby. And my favorite movie in space is I'm not going to exactly follow Alex, so I'm going to pick my second choice. That is my second favorite because the original favorite was A New Hope. Hold on, let me yell. Okay. Shit, now I lost my notes. My other favorite is Spaceballs. It's just one I just love tropey, stupid shit like that, and it makes me happy inside. Keone's favorite is one that she liked watching with her dad, which was Galaxy Quest. So that is Keone's favorite space movie. So with that, I will pass it to Jimmy.
Ouch.
Hi, I'm Jemmy. I will be playing Hexe, or better known as just Bella, our favorite witch with no magical talent. So to answer the question, I don't know if mine counts because only a little bit of it is even technically in space. But I'm going with Lilo and Stitch.
I think it counts. It's about an alien.
And that
Yeah.
is partially due to the fact that I have two different Stitch plushies here with me to prove that I just adore Lilo and Stitch.
They do.
Yeah. But for Bella, she doesn't really have one because she wasn't watching sci-fi on the rare chance she was watching movies because she didn't care for that. Just not her flow. And last but not least, I'm gonna go pass it over to Gary.
Hey, I'm Gary. I'm playing Ham, also known as Star Knight. My favorite movie. I'd have to go with Empire. That's my favorite. That's what got me hooked on movies when I was little. The first two movies I remember seeing a movie theater were Flash Gordon and Empire, and they're pretty much top two. Cam, on the other hand, would go a little more indie. So Moon with Sam Rockwell. It's a cool little flick. If you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. My least favorite movie that's in space, Aaron will get this reference, so it's for all of two people, is Space Boy, because that's that awful.
If I'm feeling cruel, I might share the link to that video in Discord.
Traumatize a few people with that gem.
Yeah, that's a thing. Well, this will probably surprise no one, seeing as how I was the one running the horror stream set within our Earth Prime universe. But my favorite movie set in space would be Alien. So
don't hate me, but I've never seen that movie.
You're literally a badass chick with a cat right now.
Oh my god, she's so. Oh my god.
I've never seen it, but that's because I exclusively am just like, hey, I don't want to watch horror movies often, especially if there's a scene that's going to be a little gory that makes me go, I want to cry.
Yeah, I don't know why I've never seen it. I just like that was never on my list of movies to see, but yeah, I've never seen it. I feel bad that I've never seen it.
it is one of the all-time greatest sci-fi horror films ever made.
I think my favorite sci-fi horror movie is Event Horizon.
Event Horizon is also pretty great.
Also never seen that movie.
Yeah. All right. So, when last we saw our heroes, our team was heavy into research mode. They did some digging into Archer's computer. They sent a magical message to Keone's grandmother, and then they went under the water to go investigate TeleX's crash site. While they were there, they encountered the Trident, who were in the process of salvaging the remains of Telex. Our heroes stopped them, but not before both Trawler and Steelhead were able to escape, and not before Auroch of the Blackguard attacked. The Stormbreakers managed to capture Coral Snake and Auroch, and then taking them back to the authorities, Star Knight reported to Mentor, who instructed him to bring Auroch and the wreckage of Telex to the Citadel. So our heroes were doing some last-minute preparations while the chariot was reconfigured for interstellar travel. And Heroes, is there anything that anyone wanted to do before you jaunted into space?
Want to try to convince Star Knight not to take Telax's wreckage out of our atmosphere. Because it might be the only thing keeping Telax inside, or from returning.
I don't suppose there's any way to create some type of on a smaller scale, like a little bubble we put it in while we're traveling.
I guess we could kind of put him in one of those inflatable T-Rex costumes full of Earth's atmosphere and see if that works.
Well, if he rampages, it'll at least be amusing before everyone's sucked out into the vacuum of space. So there's that.
Yeah, maybe Hexa can do it magically, but anybody who could do it technically was not with the team right now.
Do what?
Do you think you could put Telax's body in an airtight suit?
Maybe.
Like Xerox it? Laminate it? That's what I mean.
I
Hmm.
can look.
Jenny, give me an expertise magic check.
So mean, what would you do that?
Do you want to just take 10? You can do that.
I would still need to open my sheet.
You would.
It's fine. I'll just make the roll. Once it loads. If it loads. We are. The 27 for you. Which is really bad.
It is really bad. However, that is still more than enough that you are able to be fairly sure you could ritualize a pocket dimension that you could toss the remains in until you're ready to retrieve them.
Yeah. So I'll explain that much. I mean, there's still the issue with it about having to take it out eventually.
Could we replicate the environment effect that's happening here on Earth wherever we take it out?
That's back to the science, and I don't know that.
I can take a look at the science if I had something to work with.
There's a lab you could use.
Are there any notes or anything left over on how the original construction of this thing works? Like, is it some sort of dispersal device, or is it some sort of frequency, or is it some sort of
We should
third
call Max
thing?
Mars.
We should.
I bet Roberta would know.
Oh, I want to talk to the robot.
Roberta would know. You can also contact Max. Either one of those is well within your abilities.
Yeah, let's talk to Roberta.
Okay, how do we contact the robot? Do we just, like, is there a bell, or?
I mean, she's sitting at the front desk.
She's also not a dog.
She's always sitting at the front desk because she doesn't have legs. She literally can't do anything other than sit at the front desk.
I meant like a doorbell sort of situation. Okay, I'll just go down there.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ring the bell. See what happens.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah, there's a bell. It's on the front desk.
Oh, on the desk. Okay. Okay.
You have to make eye contact when you ring it or it won't work.
Really? That doesn't sound like.
Professor Cephalopod was very specific in everything he invented.
Okay, that sounds about right. All right, I'll be right back. I'll go talk to Roberta.
So as
Apparently,
you
I
are-
need to take ranks in bullying.
As you walk into the lobby where Roberta is sitting behind the desk, before you are able to touch any bell, because there isn't one, Roberta will say, Spider Queen, how may I be of assistance?
Oh, and Spider Queen takes like a split second to like look around the door because she's wondering if she accidentally tripped some sort of silent bell. Um, the team needed to borrow you for a moment, or rather, I actually had some questions about some certain events going on that I don't know if we should be talking about in public.
There is nobody on these floors who is not a member of the team or part of your support staff.
Oh, support staff. Cool. Okay, cool. Uh, so I just had some questions about how exactly Professor Cephalopod's device worked, the one that's keeping Earth's environment safe from Telax. I just needed somewhere to start off, a springboard or something, to see if maybe we could replicate that somewhere else.
The specific details of the device are above and beyond my understanding. However, I do believe Professor Cephalopod did have extensive notes in his laboratory, which is on the 4th floor of your suites.
Okay, 4th floor. Does the door have like a label or?
Yes.
Cool, 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 cool.
If you would like, I can also ring Mr. Mars and have him discuss it, because it was a joint project between Professor Cephalopod and Mr. Mars.
Yeah. Is it cool if I take the call inside the lab? Is that a thing I can do in this building here?
Of course.
Oh my gosh, superhero building. Okay, well, I will be up there in a moment.
Okay.
Thanks. I didn't see the bell, by the way.
There's no bell.
Huh. Good to know.
Oh, that means she doesn't like you if she hit the bell.
You're not there.
I'm on comms.
Oh,
Oh, does Spider Queen have a comm unit?
yeah. We established you guys all have guns.
That's fair. Shoot, how do I turn this thing off? But she
Just
will.
hear- You'll just
Yeah.
hear Keone go, "You really shouldn't bully the new girl."
I feel like I spent a whole year getting bullied. I'm allowed to pay it forward.
But yeah, she'll hop off to the elevator, 4th floor, and into Dr. Cephalopod's lab.
Okay.
And yeah.
What kind of technology do you have, Spider Queen?
So she has a little bit of, well, a good amount of guess of technology, but I was kind of hoping this would be a chemistry thing because she's more specifically knowledgeable in that. Like if there was some sort of substance or something that was being dispersed through the atmosphere to cause this,
No, it
a
is
literal
resonance
frequency
of
device that was.
frequency. Yeah.
All right, then we're gonna wing it.
There are, like I said, extensive notes, but because this was not something that they wanted to take any chances of it ever stopping working.
Yeah, I guess in like a dispersing something on air currents might not be that effective then. Then she is just going to try her best.
Okay.
Yeah, she only has technology 10. I'm sure Dr. Cephalopod is minimum twice that, so.
Probably pretty close to twice that, if not. I actually don't have Dr. Cephalopod's seat in front of me, but
Yeah, I'm just gonna assume. But yeah, she will contact Mars to try to
Okay.
get more details on how the device works. And I think when she realizes this isn't within her wheelhouse, then she'll spend some time on it and do the best she can to replicate something that will be useful when we bring. So wait, are we bringing? Because I thought we were bringing the ship. Are we bringing Telax's remains to? Okay, then
I mean, I think all you were tasked with bringing was the bits and pieces that were recovered from the wreck, from the impact site. not necessarily bringing the whole robot.
That's what you meant by Telex's wreckage. I thought you meant the whole statue.
No, I meant the stuff that the Trident was salvaging from the seabed.
The debris.
The debris, yes.
Okay, well, if it's just the Derbis, then she's a little less worried about it now. But she will still try to, because that would be useful in the future, so she would spend some time doing that
Sure.
and probably forget about moving her stuff again.
Mars, who is actually already on site because he's in the middle of reconfiguring the chariot for interstellar travel, will message down to you in the lab, and yeah, he'll be like, yeah, Spider Queen, what are you trying to figure out about it and why?
Oh, did you not get? Oh, I guess maybe that's not how the team updates work. I don't know if they have to report to you or anything like that, but we got a space call, and apparently some space people need to see the actual remains of Telex's wreckage. Uh, I'm kind of under the assumption that they have more knowledge on it than we do, but I want to make sure that if we bring it outside of Earth, it's not gonna, you know, spring up and attack us.
Gotcha. Um, by remains or wreckage, are you talking about the robot that's standing in the bay, or are you talking about what was down in the seabed floor?
Oh no, the stuff in the on the seabed floor. I don't know that we could actually move that big robot.
Probably not. Certainly not with the chariot. Um,
But in any
yeah,
case, his tech might reactivate somehow.
suppose it's possible. Uh, you should be able to he'll give you a list of files. Um, if you go into this directory, you should be able to find the notes that would be needed to create at least a localized dampener. Good for about 50 feet radius.
Perfect. I'll get right to it.
All right. Let me know if you need help. Otherwise, I'm just going to finish getting your ship ready to go into outer space.
Oh, I so want to work on the ship, but I'll do this thing.
Okay.
Maybe I'll be down there in a bit. I'm not sure yet.
Up, actually, but
Oh, yeah, that makes more sense. Okay. Let me just get started on this. Thanks again. And also thanks again for the phone. It is not broken. I did not crack the screen on this one.
click.
Okay, I think he bought it. And gosh, I did not intend to play this character so goofy, but it's very fun. Anywho, she is going to, again, just using the notes from Mars, she will try to construct a smaller range device.
With the notes already explaining it to you, you'll be able to, like I said, create a localized dampener. It won't be good for beyond about 50 feet away from the device, but it will keep the same kind of resonance field that makes those nanites inert.
Yeah, and then that's probably gonna be how she spends most of the day.
Okay. Anyone else have anything fancy they want to do?
Keone's just sitting and making snacks for everybody to bring.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Ethan
guess
isn't smart enough to know this, but Alex is trying to figure out if that anti-nanite technology is a weakness for Crucible.
don't think so. The way the way the nanites were explained to you is that for the most part, they did their thing of mutating you, and now they're not really doing anything in your body anymore. But I don't know. Well, I do know, but you don't know.
Trying to decide if eating a bunch more of them may have made that not true anymore. But we'll find out someday. I'm sure it's fine.
I'm sure it'll all be fine. What could possibly go wrong? God himself could not control the nanites in Ethan's body.
Oh,
Poking Jemmy a little bit there. All right. Well then, if nothing else is on the agenda, we will fast forward until the device and the ship are ready. And y'all are gonna load up into the chariot and go into space, and then do a nice little hyperspace jump over to the Citadel.
Does-
Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna ask what hyperspace looks like. But I guess we'll find out when we get into it.
I was gonna say, Alex, have we ever actually discussed that on the stream?
Sure have not. You'd figured it would have come up when the Guardians were playing, but they mostly hung out in our solar system.
Gotcha. Yeah, you'd think that would have come up, but all right. So you guys will fly up into space, and Star Knight, once you're far enough out of atmosphere and out of Earth's gravity well, Star Knight will open a warp gate. Kind of like it's almost like space folds in on, you can't see my hands. Like space kind of does the folding in on itself thing, not exactly like in Doctor Strange with the mirror dimension, but similar. And then into the distortion you go, where things have the, wavy lines flashing past you too fast for you to pick anything up while you are traveling. I'm assuming, since you guys would have to follow Star Knight the first time around, Star Knight is either piloting the ship or opened the way and is flying outside of the ship. Which would you guys like to do?
I feel like we would want him on the ship piloting so we don't lose track of him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would probably be the best.
This is not a red light you want to miss.
Yeah.
Do you still have Auroch with you?
Yeah, we were
Yes.
bringing back Auroch and
Yeah.
the
Okay.
debris.
Cool. Just wanted to make sure. All right. So after a short trip through hyperspace, which from your perspective feels like it's about 5 minutes or so, when you revert to real space, the chariot's chronometer lets you know that it's actually been about 6 hours that you were traveling. But you come out not in orbit around, but close enough that you can make out a beautiful planet with a crystal blue atmosphere, and crystalline structures that are visible even from space as you are approaching it. And over the ship's radio, there will be a message. Unidentified craft, you are approaching the Citadel. Please state your reasons for being here.
This is Star Knight of Earth. I'm bringing a prisoner back.
Ah, very well. Good to hear from you, Sri Cam. You may proceed to the Citadel's dock.
I will take the ship down to the atmosphere and dock it.
All right. You have ranks and vehicles, right?
I do.
Okay. This is routine, so I'm not going to ask for a roll as long as you actually have the skill.
Yeah, I'm not trying to do any barrel rolls or anything.
Did he call
All
you
right.
Sweet Cam? Is that your new nickname with the Star Knights?
It was 3.
Oh, I know, but Ethan, I
I
was
know.
asking Star Knight.
No, no.
Okay.
Shoot Riley a text.
It's not
Is
going
it-
to.
I'll write him in space.
You're a little bit out of network.
Spider Queen's just like plastered at the window. She's like pulled her mask fully back and she is just in awe.
Bella's not as amused.
Although,
I'm gonna take notice of Spider Queen looking. I'll take the long way around to the dock so she can kind of gets a good view of the Citadel.
Jemmy.
Yeah?
Give me a perception check.
You're assuming I'm gonna roll above a 5 here. Oh, we did.
You did.
Got an 11.
Sorry,
23.
You can't help but notice, and you're not sure why this didn't occur to you beforehand, but being in another part of the galaxy, the constellations all look wrong.
Yeah.
The star patterns all look wrong.
Yeah. That makes sense, I guess. I mean,
And it's one of those things where you're like, oh, huh. Well, that's something I'll have to take into consideration if I actually do any rituals while I'm out here.
mhm. That's why she's less amused, because it's the all of my magic could go so wrong so quickly.
Your bunny is on your shoulder.
Hello?
And he just says, I don't like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're way off the map out here.
Mm-hmm. That's how space works.
Don't know that I agreed to this when we made our bargain.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't think I was agreeing to this when I signed up to be a hero, but here we are.
For once, he just seems to be at a loss for words.
Taking notes, I guess.
Okay. So as you fly around the Citadel, and dock the ship, you will be met on the landing pad by by 2 figures, both of them wearing armor, similar, but not exactly like yours. The first of them is wearing green armor, is a female figure with 4 arms, who is carrying a staff of some sort with her. You know her as Sri Irius. The other one is a six-limbed spider-like being in red armor, who you know as 3 Edoc. And they will greet you and say, you have the prisoner?
I do. And we brought some of the wreckage from the ocean.
Wonderful. Mentor and Sri Allen and Sri Zarius are waiting for you. They'll gesture down the long great hall. Sri Edoc and I will take Auroch to the holding cells.
And my friends are welcome to accompany me, correct?
Of course. We hold the heroes of Earth in no small regard.
Yes, we will take the wreckage with us and head down.
Okay.
Keone will hold up some Tupperware and be like, "We brought snacks." It's like 3 or 4 things of Tupperware, like baked goods.
All right.
Just trying to be a good guest.
Yeah.
Your armor's really cool. Whitney has her mask back on by this point.
Yep. I figured. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and move you guys onto a map.
A map, a map.
Not for any particular reason.
Gonna die.
Probably.
In space, no one can hear you die.
On Zoom, no one
That's
can.
even worse.
My computer starts lagging.
So when you get into the Great Chamber,
Shit.
what was that?
Holy shit is what I said.
Okay.
Probably because it zoomed me out, and I'm like, yeah, no wonder my computer's gonna die.
Not a tiny map.
It's not.
You will see right, sorry. Arius and Edoc are not there right now. You will see a older man. He looks human. Slightly, he's graying, but he still seems to be fit and strong. And Star Knight, you realize that this is Sri Allen Kaur, who was the original Star Knight of Earth. With him is a Latina woman who is bandaged, is not actually wearing her armor, but all I have as a token for her is her in her armor. Sri Maria, who was the previous Star Knight of Earth before you. And then there are 2 other Star Knights. One is a humanoid male in blue armor, or bluish silver, and the other is a snake person in purple armor with a glaive in his hands. And Alan will, as you come in, say, "Excellent to see you. You're all safe. I don't believe I know any of your companions. You must have become active after I've left the planet." I am Alan Kaur. I was the original Star Knight of Earth.
Is this a table in front of us?
Yes.
Keone will just like awkwardly put the Tupperware containers on the table.
Okay.
In case she has to shake hands, she doesn't want to be holding them awkwardly. So she just like
Sure.
awkwardly puts them on the table.
To my left is Sri Maria. You would know her as the previous Star Knight. And she'll say, yeah, no, I recognize Crucible, Keone, and Portal. Don't know the other two, but they were the heroes over on the West Coast. Also with me are Sri Zarius and Sri Hashik, and of course, Mentor is always present. Greetings, heroes of Earth.
He sounds like Optimus Prime.
If I could do a Peter Cullen voice, he absolutely would sound like Optimus Prime.
Thank you for having us, Star Knights. I'm not suited for this.
The grown-ups left us.
But we're glad for your help capturing Auroch, or keeping Auroch contained, since we did the capturing part already.
You have brought Telax's remains with you.
The wreckage of the ship he was on, or the ocean floor thingy.
Excellent. We will have them analyzed as soon as possible. Perhaps it will give us insight into Telax and his army of Argents.
So why did you want to see all of us?
I did not specifically request everyone to return. We simply needed the remains and thought it was best to keep Auroch here instead of in a prison on Earth. However, you are very welcome. I mean, I don't mind having some faces from home. Well, faces being relative, since, you know, mask and all that.
Yeah, it's a secret identity thing, although maybe a moot point here. I'm Spider Queen, by the way. I didn't know where to slip my name in.
Spider Queen's new. She's doing a good job. And your Star Knight has won 2 out of the 3 fights we've seen him be in.
And it was 3-on-1, to be fair.
And who's the witchy chick?
Bella.
You don't have a superhero name yet, do you?
That was the moment of her thinking, like, do I bullshit one? And then just Bella.
Well, other than the retrieval of Auroch and the remains, which we will analyze and see if it is able to give us insight into Telax and what his ultimate plans are, is there anything here that we can do for you?
Well, I think just getting some more information that if they defeated him on Earth, how is he still like out there? Is it did he possess some other body now? Like, is he actively out there, or are these just his agents acting on his behalf. And can we stop them?
Telex is a artifact created by the preservers, as ancient, if not more so, than myself. He was created to stop the coming of Collapsar, the Destroyer. His whereabouts had been long lost to our records or anything we were able to find within the galaxy. His sudden appearance on Earth came as a surprise to us all. I am not strictly aware of how the heroes managed to defeat him. Perhaps you could inform us about that. However, it is a great intelligence. It is not contained within a single body. It is certainly capable of sending its consciousness into another prepared vessel. Presumably, it had such a ship outside of the Earth's atmosphere. Since that time, it has been recruiting from across the galaxy. I am unsure whether or not its mission remains focused on Collapsar, or if it simply is trying to bring its own brand of order to the galaxy. This is one of the things we are trying to ascertain.
Just a question. She like raises her hand. What is a collapsar?
Something we wanted to spare the newbies from right away. It's a sentient black hole that wants to destroy the universe.
Oh,
Oh,
That is not an inaccurate description of it. Collapsar, in its own way, is also trying to bring order to the universe. However, something has gone awry in its programming, and it believes that the only way to bring order is to bring complete stillness to the universe.
You say programming, so it's a robot black hole?
It is as much a robot as I am, which is to say, yes, and at the same time, thinking of it as a robot is a vast oversimplification.
great.
The lights in the Citadel start to blink for a bit. You three were present when Collapsar came to Lore Prime.
Yes.
You then have firsthand experience with Collapsar and its herald.
Orizon? Omnicron? What was his name?
Orizon.
Orizon. Yeah, we were there when you destroyed the planet, and we did our best to save as many people as we could.
and when you say save as many people as you could, what happened?
The black hole ate the planet. And I don't know if you know this about black holes, but they're not magnetic.
I
Yeah,
told
no,
you it would
that's
be.
So if these two don't like each other, can't we like find a galaxy far, far away and just have them fight it out, and then maybe there's one less of them to deal with.
It is a wonderful plan in theory. There are two fundamental flaws with it. The first being that there is no spare universe to tuck them into to let them fight. The second being that both represent a great threat to the galaxy at large. Should either one win, it will cause problems. Ultimately, we need a solution to them both. I think you're on mute, Gary.
No, he's pondering. He's
Okay,
intentional stutter there too.
got it.
If the answer isn't a stellar sword, I don't know how I can help. This seems like something for big brains.
Keone's holding a box, one of the Tupperware containers of her cookies, and has been just like nervously eating them. And as you guys are talking about destroying a black hole, she just goes, "What about Hawking radiation?" And then just continues eating.
Spider Queen just whips one of the cookies and go on.
I mean, isn't it can't science isn't really a thing, but I read an article and it said something about Hawking radiation can slowly evaporate a black hole.
I'll
mean,
look
I
at the
don't
Star
know.
Knights expectantly.
I don't know what that is. Like, can we make a weapon with it?
The Star Knights are all kind of looking at the ceiling like, Mentor, you gonna weigh in on this? That may be an avenue which is worth pursuing. My suspicion is that it will take the power of the preservers to stop the constructs of the preservers. Almost like you'd been warned of this exact same thing a year ago.
So, out of character and then possibly in character question, what are the preservers?
You have never heard of them, Hexa?
Cool. So then, yes, in character. Cool. Hate to bother. The preservers being what?
If I remember right, they're like a bunch of alien guys who invented the universe and then left.
A bit oversimplified, but not inaccurate.
I'm still in college.
I think Aaron being an avatar and being the mentor, it like makes it 100% better. I love it.
They also made the nanites that power my powers.
They are responsible for a great many creations that have survived their departure from this universe, including myself, Talax, Collapsar, a number of other artifacts of note. The Darkstone, which is in possession of the Blackguard, is one. Our own Starstone is another. I believe there are more.
Then we need their power to defeat him.
There may be other ways.
Mhm.
That is simply supposition on my part. But what would I know? I am simply a ageless neural construct taken from the greatest minds of the galaxy assembled over several millennia.
Well, you don't look a day over 2 millennia.
Sounds like you should know a lot.
I say, like, I'd hope you know a lot.
That was a joke. Yes.
So Mentor, can you transfer your consciousness into a big robot?
I have never tried. It does not feel like it would be within my directives, but perhaps I could.
Interesting.
In some ways, you can think of the entire Citadel as a large robot body of mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bella's just sitting here like at this point where it's like everything is so out of my field.
A little bit.
Spider Queen has this nervous energy, but she is trying to keep her cool and glad she has a mask.
Well, in the meantime, we will begin our analysis. Do you require refreshments or perhaps quarters to rest in before you return home? Or is there anything else that we can do for you? And Maria's like, I would not hate to get an update on what's been going on Earth for the last 9 months.
Yeah, we could do that.
I definitely think we should stick around and see what the analysis comes back.
Hmm. Very well.
I wouldn't say no to a tour.
Sri Maria, would you be willing to take your fellow Terrans on a tour of the premises and perhaps, if they wish, either find them refreshment or a place where they may rest? Sure. I mean, I'm not walking quite as fast as I used to, but sure.
Keone will ask if they have reception in here. She wants to call her mom from space.
Yeah. No.
We're in a giant robot brain and we don't have the ability to get to the internet?
That's why I have like 500 text messages. There's no signal out here.
You realize that like the internet and telecommunications are all based on satellites that are surrounding your planet.
You are aware that my degree is in art history and I didn't even finish.
No, actually I didn't. But
So no, she didn't put that together. She assumes satellites are in space. That means they should work in space.
well, look, I mean, it shouldn't take you too long to get back. I guess if, you're here for long, we could always just send someone back through hyperspace to, dump a bunch of preset recorded messages into the network. All right, let me take you for the tour. And as you are getting up from the table, there is a flashing red light.
Is this part of the tour?
I don't think so.
Mayday, Mayday, this is Lore's ship. We are under attack by the Stellar Imperium. We have important cargo. We are already taking heavy damages. We need assistance. And with that, let's go to break.
Guys, we're Obi-Wan Kenobi. All right, we'll be right back. We're back.
Welcome back, everybody. Thank you all for sticking with us through our little break. When we left our heroes, they were on the Citadel, talking with Mentor and the Star Knights. They were getting ready to be given a tour when an alert went off from a Lore ship saying that they were under attack. I think we should probably just pick up right from there.
Keone just grabs onto Crucible and just kind of screams, "I'm not dying in space." She's just full on panicking at this point. She does not like space.
You're not gonna die in space. I promise. I wouldn't let that happen.
So the alert says we are taking heavy fire from a Stellar Imperium ship. We have already had our engines disabled, and they are attempting to enter our airlocks. Mentat Elva is aboard. We need to get her to. Fuck, why am I suddenly blanking on the name of it? Lafandi.
What was the name of the person?
Mentat Elva. Transmitting coordinates. Boom. Unsure how long we can hold. Static, crackle.
They need our help. How are
Yeah. How do we get there fast?
I can get us back to the ship. I know my way around.
Our ship doesn't have weapons though.
We are the weapons.
Oh, that's a
You need
that's a
to
pretty
use
cool
your
line.
powers inside the submersible without.
3TM, are you and your companions willing to take this mission?
Yes.
Then may the light of the star stone shine brightly through you.
I will head back to the ship.
Okay.
Um,
Everyone following?
Keone is riding on Crucible's back like a backpack. She is not a big fan of what's happening.
Der Haas looks at you, Bella, and says, if you get me killed on the other side of the galaxy, I'm going to be very cross at you, and your mother will hear about it.
If I'm dead, what are you going to do about it?
You think death is going to stop me from being able to bother you?
Fair. Well, I have no plans of dying. So,
A portal will just open a portal to let you step directly back to the ship, so you don't even have to.
And Keone will turn and look at, as she's panicking, she will turn and look at Spider Queen and be like, "We didn't even get the freaking tour."
Yeah. And Spider Queen is like, she's trying to pretend she's not like nervous about how quickly things are escalating in her life. So she's just gonna say, yeah, though that's a real shame. Because I think that Spider guy was checking me out. I didn't want to say anything because I haven't made up my mind about him yet.
Keone will step down from Ethan's back because now she's distracted enough. Because now she
Wait a
wants-
minute. Wait a
She needs the-
minute.
She needs the tea.
I knew she was 1,000 spiders in a human suit. I knew it.
And she is just saying words so she doesn't think about dying in space.
Yeah, she sees Keone just lose her shit.
All right. Gary, I assume you are still the one piloting?
I was just about to ask who wants to take the helm. I think it might be best for me to be outside the ship for this one. Unless the coordinates were far enough away that we need to like jump there.
No.
I think Spider Queen is still second best at vehicles then.
Keone has a -3. She can try to
Ow.
fly. Try to fly the plane. Because she doesn't need a vehicle.
Mhm.
I have a 5 in vehicles.
Okay. Yeah, I only have a 4.
All right. Is Bella driving or piloting?
I guess.
You
Just
read the
moved it
manual.
this way, flip these switches. You're good.
Like I said, you read the manual and you've got eidetic memory.
Mhm. Yeah, I just have really bad luck rolling a die.
Yeah. So, what kind of approach do you want to make?
I mean, I need to get there fast, but I'm also not trying to get us killed.
Okay.
Keone appreciates that.
Basically, it's the as fast as I feel comfortable.
Okay. Give me a vehicles check.
Sure. Yeah, that's a 14.
Oh,
Okay.
we're dead.
Sorry, babe. I think we are going to die in space.
So, good news, bad news.
Yeah.
That is certainly more than enough for you to be able to fly the ship through space.
It's just not as fast as we'd like.
No, you're plenty fast even. It's just there's nothing subtle about your approach.
Oh, yeah.
So we're just coming in hot.
Sorry, I've learned one thing from this team, and it's not subtlety.
Fair.
We don't know how to drive stick spaceships.
Oh, I feel like Keone, like she doesn't know how to drive, period.
All right. So I'm going to move you guys onto a different map.
I'm so upset I don't get to explore all these rooms.
You may come back there.
Keone definitely doesn't want to come back there.
No?
Keone doesn't want to be in space.
I like this ship though.
Yeah. It's very Dark Knighty.
Yeah, it was like Nolan Batmobile. The spaceship.
I mean, it was on in your virtual garage ever since like episode 3 or 4 of the season.
We have a
1.
we have Portal. What do we need a car for?
It's true. But I think the only vehicle you guys have ever used prior to this season was I think Portal used one of the sky cycles, the grab
Yeah.
cycles once, just for
Yeah.
the sake of being able to do it. And
Yeah,
crashed.
I think he just wanted to ride around on the motorcycle.
And then he crashed it.
Yeah.
So, all right. So you guys come in and you should see 2 ships.
Passing in the night.
Um,
I see darkness.
well, you should see the beginnings of the outlines of 2 ships.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ship that is over on the right of the screen is in good shape and has weapons hot.
Morton Maximus says this is a great game. We have a witch driving a spaceship.
Fair. Very fair. The ship that is directly in front of you is heavily damaged already. And you can, as you make your approach, you can tell that, well, actually, let me move the ship just a little bit.
Oh God, we lost the Star Knight.
What?
He was
I-
in the ship and then he
I
jumped
moved
out of the
myself
ship.
out of the ship.
Like as you were moving it, it looked like he just like leapt out of the ship. Like, nope.
you should be able to see that there are a group of armored individuals blasting away at the airlock on the aft of the damaged ship. Star Knight, you immediately recognize those people as being Stellar Imperium troops. And this feels to me like a good time to ask for initiative.
Ugh.
Oh,
Oh, when I
Oh, you
move
got to
the
17 on the dice. That's pretty nice.
when I move the turn order thing, does it move it for everybody?
no.
Okay. I'm like, I'm trying to put it in a spot where I can still see everything, but I can also see it.
I would love to roll well, guys. This would be great.
Well, if I'm gonna have a bad roll, it's on initiative. That's fine.
I mean, better initiative than anywhere
Yep.
else.
I rolled a 6.
Mm,
Mine was a little lower than that.
Crucible, what is your initiative bonus?
+4.
Okay. So the Imperium Justicar should be in front of you. Okay, yep. That's everybody. So at the top of initiative, Kiona, you're in a spaceship.
I am in a spaceship. Kione had taken the Tupperware with her, so she just shoves like a bunch of cookies in her mouth and then suits up into whatever space suits we have to wear. Even though technically Kione would be crushed to death as soon as she steps out of the thing because of her ice powers, so we're gonna ignore that.
This is comic book space.
Ice doesn't work the same way in space. And she's just going to pop out of the ship
Uh-huh.
and is going to just scream at these people trying to break. I'm assuming they're breaking in, right? Like I can tell that they're probably bad guys.
I mean, they look like they are blasting at the airlock.
At the air, okay. And she'll just scream like, "Hey, I don't think you belong there." And then she will create an ice spear and shoot it at them.
Okay.
I'm assuming they're not minions, right?
I don't know.
Okay.
Well, but you don't know yet.
Right. Because my thought is they're in a really nice straight line for a really nice ice javelin.
They are.
Okay. That is a 22.
That is more than enough to hit them.
Okay. Am I hitting them as a group, or do you want me to hit them individually?
Well, this is not an area effect, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so good news. I have a couple of pieces of good news.
Okay.
The first piece of good news is, yes, they are minions.
Yay! I can do takedown.
The second piece of good news is these minions are all adjacent to each other. So yes, you can in fact do takedown.
Now, can I get the ones that are on the other side too?
No, but you will be able to get through all 4 of these.
Okay.
And they can't make that toughness save. So give me another 3 to hit rolls.
Okay. Fuck.
Well,
It's not happening again. This is not happening again. You can have my hero point.
okay.
This is not happening again. 27,
Uh-huh.
21,
Uh-huh.
20.
All right, that will hit all of them. And so tell us what happens to these 4 poor Imperium soldiers who are about to have their day wrecked.
Yeah, the worst day ever. So Keone's gonna see him, she's gonna yell at them, and then she's going to form an ice javelin, and it's just going to take it back and just straight shot it straight through them. And it's just basically gonna pierce through all 4 of them, kind of skewering them like kebabs.
Yep. Sure are.
And then can she go fatigued and try to get the other ones?
Probably, although that might actually be outside of your regular range, your short range.
I was gonna say, let's see. Does it tell me what my range? Where's my range? Says, okay, I don't understand what it means. Oh no, that's ice control. That's different. Fuck, where is it?
Actually,
it says range 375, 750, and 1500. I don't know what the three different range groups are.
sure. So the first number is your short range. The second
Okay.
number is medium range, meaning you're at a -2.
Okay.
Next number is long range. However, you're only 135 feet away from these guys. They are within your short range. So yes, you can go fatigued and blast them as well if you like.
All right, I'm gonna go fatigued and hit him again. I love ranged weaponry. Genuinely my favorite. 22?
Yep.
28?
Yep.
Did I hit it? I don't. 27?
Yep.
Ah, fuck, 15.
That'll actually still hit.
Yes. And she will basically just go, and I'm talking to you two, you four too. And she will load up, do the exact same thing, and just spear him like a kebab.
All
Are you
right.
killing these guys?
I mean, hurting them.
I mean, unless you specifically say you're trying to kill them, the answer is no, you're incapacitating them.
Okay.
Yeah, we got to question them. So she's like, there's always that little bit of space between the back of their armor and where it touches their body.
Yeah.
That's what she's
They are
saying.
floating unconscious in space.
Yes. Yes.
I'm just taking them off the map because we don't need them cluttering the map.
Yeah. With an ice spear, just kind of floating in a group of 4, like they're on a very weird ride.
Yeah. Hexa.
Stop putting me in environments I don't want to be in.
Okay.
No. I can't really see much where I am.
No, probably not.
Should we
Or
get
like-
the ship closer? Can we move the ship closer?
I was gonna say you should have vision from the point of view of the airlocks so that you know where the airlocks are. Do you not?
Yeah, it's just not showing me much. Like, I'm not seeing anyone.
No. You just know where the airlocks are on the ship.
Yes.
Yes.
Cool. So, our ship has no weapons, do we?
Nope. You guys are the weapons.
Sucks. Cool. We have a way out of here.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's get into space then. Hop on a broom and get moving. Do brooms
Okay.
work in space?
Huh?
Do brooms work in space?
They do.
Awesome.
It's magic.
What a question.
Yeah. Like, was it Warden who made the comment of we have a witch driving a spaceship?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, brooms fly in space. Sure, why not?
Cool.
You're
No,
by the way,
Warden-
you're not sure where, but somehow Hexa has a little space helmet over his bunny head.
Awesome. I love that.
Oh
broom.
my god. Oh, that's so cute.
I love having insane movement speed. Instead of
Also, Warden Maximus is yelling at me because no one can hear you scream in space. You know what? It's superhero space. They heard me.
They probably don't understand you.
That's not my problem.
Where are you going, Hexa?
other side of
When you flew over there,
yeah.
you would be able to see that the airlock on this side of the ship
Yeah.
Wait, where are
is
you?
damaged.
Oh, that's why there's
Oh, there you are. I was like, where are you?
correction. Can I slip inside then?
Yeah, it's open.
Amazing.
Like, is it?
Well, let me move it. It will be.
It doesn't look open. Uh-oh, I layered under your door.
There you
Yay.
go. Now the doors on the other side are sealed.
All right.
Probably probably a good thing that they're sealed.
Yeah. Cool.
Give me a perception check.
Oh, no.
I like that you just left and went into the other ship, and now none of us can see you anymore.
Yeah.
9?
29, you say.
Yeah.
You hear concentrated energy weapon fire coming from the other side of the door, directly opposite you.
Cool. I'd like to pull out some chalk
Uh-huh.
and make myself a little door.
Okay. That will be your action.
Yes.
I will open that door for you when it gets back to your turn.
Awesome.
Okay. You hear a large discharge of energy.
Okay.
Not directly where you're at, but near. Crucible.
All right, it's time to cause some trouble. I'm gonna put on my suit, fly out,
Uh-huh.
and I'm going to try to gain access to the Magna, to the lore ship.
The warship.
Yeah, the one that doesn't
Okay.
appear to have weapons free.
So the heavily damaged ship that your girlfriend just killed the people trying to get inside of?
Yep, I'm gonna head on in there and look for the survivors.
Okay. Well, you know that there are 2 airlocks at the aft of the ship and 1 airlock by the fore. You saw Hexa flying on her broom near the fore airlock.
Cool. I'll go into one of the aft ones, so that we can meet in the middle.
Okay. How are you going to open the airlock?
With my amazing abilities.
Sounds like a move object powers check to me.
I'm gonna do my
Or
best
a
to be
damage
real
check if you
careful.
want to blast the airlock.
No, I don't want to blast the airlock. I want to open it gingerly and shut it behind me very fast.
Okay.
Oh, I only got a 14.
I don't think you're doing that.
That is not going to do it.
Cool. I'll just yank it off because I don't know what I'm doing. And I will come inside and I will pucker the metal around me, trying to seal it as best I can.
Okay. Let me
There's
just
no gravity. It makes things weird.
All right,
Oh.
you fly in with, all sorts of subtlety.
Our specialty.
Yeah, it wouldn't be me if I wasn't if I wasn't breaking something.
I'm going to remove that door because it's not really a door anymore.
Yeah, and if I need to spend an action trying to close that as tight as I can behind me, that can be my turn.
Yeah, you will.
Okay. I will yell out in my simple English, I'm here, my name is Crucible, I'm here to rescue you.
Okay. You do not immediately hear a response. Star Knight.
I am going to follow Hexa.
Okay.
Gonna be delayed, my friend.
What?
I just said like if you enter my airlock, you're gonna be a little delayed
Why?
because I'm still in the middle of drawing.
Oh yeah, no, I mean he'll get there and see you, but
Yes, and this door is busted open, so I can
yep.
get in there.
So Star Knight, you fly in and you see Hexa drawing on the wall with chalk.
Is that gonna work?
It'll make a door for us to get through without having to bust this one.
Smart. I will hold any actions.
Better not to bust the door. We wouldn't want, to break it. It would be really stupid if someone were to bust open the door.
Yeah.
Insert scene of wrenching metal.
Yeah.
You just
Star
hear
Knight, give me a
the
perception
call.
check.
All right. Perception.
Yeah, you can also hear the sounds of weapons fire on the other side of the door where Hexa is drawing.
All right.
Um, you can identify it as Stellar Imperium blaster rifles. Spider Queen.
A
Or go ahead.
couple.
It
One blast, or does it sound like a firefight?
There are at least 4 different blasts based on timing. But as best you would assume, it is concentrated fire on a specific point. Maybe like they're trying to blast their way through a door. Spider Queen, you're up.
So, Portal isn't an initiative, but Portal is here.
He is. I should roll initiative for Portal.
Can not that I don't want to also make my own door, but can Portal just send Spider Queen onto the ship that is under attack?
Based on what we have previously established about how Portal's powers work and how your comm units work, he could at least put a portal next to where one of your teammates currently is based on your comm units.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think he said he has to have seen the area before. Like
Oh,
he
seen
could send-
before. Okay.
Yeah, he has to know because otherwise, I think one time he said otherwise he could end up putting you in a wall on
Right.
accident if he
But
doesn't
he
know
is able-
exactly.
He is able to do something like say, I want to be exactly this far ahead in this direction. It's just dangerous. So if you work, because we've done it before where someone has been somewhere and Portal has used the comm signal to say, okay, I'm going to open a portal there.
So Hexa and Star Knight are at one door. Crucible is at
A different door.
door in quotation marks. Then Spider Queen will just say, can you port me over to where Crucible is?
Sure thing.
And she will take a cool running dive through a portal.
All right.
She'll put a spacesuit on
Right.
first if she can.
I like that Keone is the only one that's just like chilling out in space.
And yeah, before she goes through, she's like, one small step for Queen, one giant leap for spider kind, and then she will throw herself through the portal.
And Portal, for the sake of, I don't want to try to control Brandon's character while I'm also dealing with all of these NPCs, is going to say, I guess I'll stay on the ship.
Read the manual.
All right. In the meantime, give me a moment to move a whole lot of NPCs. Oh,
Aaron's avatar really is mesmerizing as it subtly rocks back and forth.
Crucible and Spider Queen, give me a perception check.
Spider Queen has moral support from Warden Maximus.
Thank you, Warden.
I will apply it to this roll.
I got a
Seems pretty
22.
Important. Ooh, I think. No, I'll stick with that. With the moral support, that would be a 16.
Okay. Both of you, since you are someplace that actually has atmosphere, can hear from maybe 30 feet in front of you, on the other side of that door, there is the sound of a door opening and then closing, and several sets of footsteps that sound like boots on metal.
And then Spider Queen is just gonna glance to Crucible. We've got this, right?
Yeah, we got this. It's probably the survivors.
Okay, well, we'll just pop in there, be all friendly. I mean, the other aliens were able to understand us, so this shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah. Everybody speaks English. I learned that watching TV.
I really hope space is like TV.
You just hear Keone go, "This isn't Doctor Who."
I love the two on the one side, which is like, I really hope this is like TV. And then the person who's been in space and the person who's just studied a bunch of languages both being like, we're not going to be able to talk that easily, are we?
Gary's suit has a universal translator.
Yeah, he does.
If they get confused, we'll just talk louder and slower.
Right. Keone, top of round 2.
Okay. So Keone is going to be like, "What the hell, guys?" as she watches everybody just nope out of the ship. So she'll hop back into the ship and go through the portal
Okay.
to wherever it leads, because she assumes it's going to teammates.
You assume correctly.
Can I move her?
Probably not, because that would
No.
require moving through walls. Let me move you.
Okay. I was like, I can see like a little skosh of the other portal, but I can't get to it.
All right. Did I not put you on top of someone or?
No, you put me on top of Crucible, which feels fair.
That, yeah.
Wrong.
Suddenly we're having a much better time in space.
Oh, I was picturing her just like flopping out and landing on Crucible, but okay.
Yeah, me too.
All right.
Crucible will take it either way.
Hexa, you complete your action from the previous turn.
Door. Holy shit.
You see some
Oh,
stuff.
no.
Hey, what happened to my force field?
Yeah, we see some stuff.
You
Oh, no.
see 8 individuals. 4 of them are wearing armor. 4 of them have shaved heads and are not wearing helmets, but have some sort of collar around their necks. And they all turn to look at the door that is just open behind them. And they say something that you don't understand.
I'm gonna look to just Star Knight for the basic translation there.
Star Knight, you understand that they say, "Intruders, get them."
I'll translate roughly. They're bad guys. They're coming for us.
Awesome.
You can also see that this door right here looks like it is almost melted through, as if perhaps it has been taking sustained blaster fire. You're also seeing a lot of bodies on the floor.
Yep. try to ignore those for a few seconds.
Uh-huh. What do you want to do?
Want to measure.
Why do you want to measure?
I want to stand behind her, Star Knight. She's about to fireball this place.
Yeah, I'm behind her, so fireball away.
So if I center it in that back corner,
Uh-huh.
I'm just outside of my range.
For what?
The area effect on my blasting wand.
Uh-huh. You sure are.
It's yeah. This one is selective, actually, even if I wasn't. All right, that's awesome.
Okay. I don't love this.
So I don't know
That
all the
makes one
things,
of you.
but I don't know what they're supposed to roll for it. Oh wait, there it is. Hold on.
Okay, so first there should be a dodge DC.
Yeah, I'm not seeing that one, so I'm just gonna click what we have in, and then okay, well, that doesn't show any of it. Cool.
No, it doesn't.
It's all I have on it is the one DC, and that's 27.
Okay, so it's a rank 12 effect, so the dodge is a 22.
Yes, there we are. Cool. You know the stuff I don't.
Yeah. All right. The hounds will not make a 22. The telekinetic hounds will
Also
get
not.
the exact same roll, which is still not a 22.
Is it the exact same numbers too?
Yep.
Oh shit, that's weird.
Coincidence.
And the troopers will also not get a 22.
Yeah.
All of them have to try to make a DC 27 save. None of them can make a DC 27 save. So, Hexa, tell us what you do to these group of Imperium troopers and hounds in this room.
So it's kind of the minute the door opens is them yelling in a different language, intruders. So the minute that Star Knight gives they're bad guys, her response is awesome, quickly pulling out the wand and just basically firing, not fireball, but a big lightning ball
Okay.
into the room and just shockwave.
And they all do the electric boogaloo and fall down.
Lightning bolt. Lightning bolt.
Chain lightning, really.
Chain
Or
lightning.
ball lightning.
Ball lightning. Yes.
Yeah.
And then just there's a little spin of the wand because this is the first cool moment she's actually succeeded.
Fair. Do you want to take a move action?
I'm gonna walk over, but also do the look to. Do you think you can get us through the store without breaking it anymore, or do we need to do the chalk again?
I think we can figure it out.
Awesome.
All right.
And we'll move in.
All right. I have a Justicar who's doing things.
We went from like a 2 KO total to 10. Let's go.
I like the fact that Star Knight is just like he's the golden retriever, and you're like the bad dog energy, and you're just like, I got those guys.
That Star Knight, after she's been sitting here going, I'm really out of my territory in this place, she just pulled out all of the cool magic in front of him.
All
He's
right.
impressed.
Give me a perception check.
Who?
Hexa
Oh.
Yeah, womp womp.
Use my good ones.
and Care and yeah, Star Knight, why not? You two.
21.
Uh-huh.
Ooh. This is a night of bad rolling.
It probably doesn't matter that much.
He says, smiling behind his avatar.
You can't see it, but I'm wearing my If the Jam is Smiling sweatshirt. It's already too late. Hexa, you hear a very powerful sounding energy blast coming from maybe 60 feet in front of you. That is then repeated 5 times.
This way.
And you also hear screams.
Yeah, just this way.
You then hear shouting in a language you don't hear or don't understand.
Definitely this way.
Crucible?
Well, Spider Queen, you ready?
Yeah. Yes.
I'm gonna rip that door off and see who's behind it.
Are you not taking your girlfriend with you?
I know you're always ready for a stabbing.
And then she'll just punch you in the arm.
All right. So you just magnetically wrench open that door.
Yep, I'll magnetically wrench open that door and see who's behind it.
Okay, you see 3 aliens in armor that you don't No, wait, you do recognize. You were on Lore Prime. You see 3 Lore soldiers pointing rifles at you.
Wait.
We're here to help.
Are these guys on our side or
They're
the
good
side
guys.
we're saving? Oh, okay.
Well,
I would like you, because you do not have a universal translator, to give me a diplomacy check.
God.
I'll roll a persuasion check and call it a
Or
diplomacy.
persuasion, sorry. Wrong system. There is no diplomacy.
24.
24. You think you have managed to convey we're not the threat here to them. They look dubious, but they are no longer, and their weapons are still up, but they're no longer like aiming them at you.
Take me to your bad guys and I'll beat their ass.
Is there a window, or like can they see outside?
No way that you can see from where you are.
Okay. Because I'm just thinking Keone will just point to the skewered bad guys floating by the window.
Yeah. Keone, you do notice when you step through the portal that the airlock behind Crucible is just like wrenched together metal. Doesn't look like a functional airlock anymore.
She will just look, roll her eyes, and sigh very aggressively.
Star Knight.
I will move into the room, and as I step over all the bodies, the ones that were already down they look dead.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, then I will just cross over the bodies and like what? Look at the electrocuted ones. Why am I even here? I'm assuming since the door is pretty melted that it's no longer functional.
You probably could not use the keypad to open it. No.
Okay. Then I guess I will try to just pry it open with my strength.
Okay. Give me a strength check.
Oh.
All right. Star Knight, you reach your hands in, puncturing your fingers through where the melted bits are, and just wrench it open.
All right.
That works.
And we got a room.
And you should see a room with a door on the other side of it.
Yep. Does that door look intact?
Yes.
Okay.
That door does not appear to have been damaged in any way, shape, or form. Do you have move by action?
I don't believe I do.
Okay.
No.
All right. Then Spider Queen, you're up next.
Okay, so I can't see what's in the next room, but it's just a handful of lore soldiers who were still holding weapons, but not like aimed at us.
Yeah. If you move over, share a square with Keone or Crucible, you should be able to see through the doorway.
Yeah, I was gonna say here, I'll pop into I'll just move it myself into the room so you can.
Okay. Um, there's very little I can do. No, she doesn't even know what the Imperium guys look like.
No, you don't.
Keone just points to him floating by the window. That's what they look like.
What? Well, yeah, is there a window that she can see?
No.
No, but there is still a portal, and the other side of the portal is in the ship, in your ship. So looking through it, you can look through the window of your ship and see the 8 Imperium soldiers who are floating in space.
The Imperial soldier kebabs.
Yeah.
So she is going to attempt to communicate by creating an illusion, using like imagery of these guys and trying to ask for directions to them.
Okay.
I'm just trying to figure out how that would work because she doesn't have language. This is the best she can do.
Yeah.
I can't figure out what it would look like, because they're not going to understand a question mark or a compass or an arrow, maybe.
If you
Um,
kind of like charades it.
In the
question.
product we're playtesting, you can use deception to get a point across through
Yeah.
innuendo and physicality.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's something that deception can be used for in several games. I was
Going to
actually gonna ask how your illusions work.
They are mental effects, so they
I feel like you
might
could charades like ship, cut off bad guy's head,
Well,
like
I'm thinking
us.
if they're mental, you wouldn't be able to understand their response, but you could probably make an illusion that would speak to them in a language they'd understand.
So you'd have no idea what you're saying to them and what they'd
Well,
say back.
you could
But
at least say, if you wanted them to say, the illusion to say something like, "We are here to help. Where are the invaders?"
Yeah, like that is what she's trying to communicate with the illusion.
Yeah,
And
I'm gonna say, give me a deception check and see if you can.
okay, let's let the dice decide.
Yeah.
Uh, this seems like it's gonna be a pretty big barrier to cross, and I just only rolled a 9 on that, so
I mean, this feels
let's
like a perfect thing to use luck for.
yeah. And yeah, there we go.
Okay.
30 on deception.
Okay. So you create a mental illusion of another one of them that, is saying, we're here to help. They will point through the door that there is behind them deeper into the ship.
And she will actually I'm kind of picturing that she makes these little like very cute looking pixel art animations of the Imperium soldiers and then images of the heroes that have come through the portal like punching them, and then question marks and an arrow pointing and like rapidly rotating as if it doesn't know what direction it should point in. Um and across the mental link of the illusion, it communicates words. And then she just gives them an illusory thumbs up.
All right. So yeah, they
This is
point
a
you
weird
deeper
day.
into the ship.
But yeah, if they're pointing in that direction, then she will look to the rest of them. She'll look to Crucible and Keone and say, that way.
Good job, Spider Queen.
Okay.
Yone will high five you.
Oh, she will accept that high five. She will begin to it.
Portal's gonna do nothing. These guys.
Portal's our escape route. He's got to do something.
Well, yeah.
Wait, did he break the door again, opening this door? Did he break another door?
I believe so. Yeah.
Because I'm thinking maybe
You just magnetically ripped that door off of its hinges, right, Ethan?
You're on mute.
Yes, that's what I did.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I'm pretty sure Portal should probably put away his portal.
If you want to yell that to him through the portal, he'll do it,
Or the comm.
or either one.
I'll just be like, hey, Portal, like, this is probably not a good spot to keep the other side open. Once we get somewhere where we can safely open the other side, we will let you know.
All right. He'll close the portal.
I'm just fearful that someone that's not supposed to run in there will run in there.
Fair enough. I'm not going to ask for a perception check this time, but Star Knight and Hexa, you hear the sound of something heavy being thrown coming maybe 75, 100 feet in front of you. All right. All right.
Oh.
Coming through the door where the lore soldiers were, you see a woman in white and blue who Crucible and Keone you recognize as Mentat Elva. She was the lore Mentat that you met on Lore Prime. And
Do you speak English?
No, you won't hear. Keone, you will hear. I can establish a psychic link between us.
Oh yeah, I don't do that.
You can't do that. You've got an immunity to mental effects because of your helmet.
Yep. It's not even my helmet anymore, it's an injection.
All right. But Elva will say, we've been attacked by an Imperium Justicar. There are at least a dozen of them coming from the fore of the ship. We know that we have taken heavy casualties. I'm trying to get to Lafandi, which I believe is now orbiting your planet.
Keone will relay this information to the other two, and then we'll say, yes, it is now. Lead the way. We're here to help. We
Okay.
have, and she'll tell them that we have two others on the other side. We were attempting to flank them to bring everybody to a central location.
Okay. He does not have.
Keone will also say that's what she told her as well to the other two.
I think Spider Queen can. She doesn't have like any resistance to it. I think she could be on the mental link as well if necessary.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess that would be up to whether or not she trusts you.
I mean, she can tell that that person is with.
Us.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
then she's just relaying it to Ethan like he's like an old man that can't hear at the dinner table.
What? Come on, Cindy, I don't got my ears in.
She said that we're.
Do you think this is what we're going to be like when we're older? Ate too many nanites when I was a kid. Now I'm deaf.
The damn implants don't work anymore.
All right. My lore soldiers are basically waiting for instructions. Keone, round 3.
So Keone is going to follow in the direction that everybody pointed as where the bad guys are. So she's gonna go straight through this door
Okay.
and be like, "Sup, guys," and then is gonna keep going.
Yep, they will point you there.
Jesus, we came in on the good people side. I have nobody to stab.
And Keone, when you get into this room that you're currently in,
Mm-hmm.
you can see that these 4 lore soldiers are aiming their weapons at this door.
The locked door there.
It's not locked, just closed.
Oh.
Yeah.
Or closed is what I meant.
Yeah. And you can also hear sounds of a fight on the other side of that door.
She will look at. Oh shit! They can't hear me. Damn it!
What?
I was gonna tell them to move into the other room while everyone else comes forward. Well, they come forward, but she doesn't really know how to direct. She basically just goes like points to them and tells them to walk behind her. And she
Okay.
just hopes they understand what she did.
They will take their held action and fall back. For all you know, maybe the Mentat has already communicated with everyone else on the ship to say
Yeah. That
they're
we're
on
here.
our side. Help them.
Yeah. And then she'll relay back to Spider Queen and Crucible that the door up here seems to be trouble on the other side.
Okay. Are you going to go through?
I mean, I was gonna wait until Crucible and Spider Queen
Fair enough.
come forward. So I'll hold until they come forward.
All right. Hexa.
So time, let's get moving. Beauty.
Oh, she will also relay because Hexa and Star Knight have comms. She'll
Yes.
relay the information that she's gathered from everybody to them.
Cool. I do have move by action,
Yeah.
so I'm just gonna. Boop, boop. Can I open this door?
Yeah.
There. Hello.
You should see.
I
more
see him.
troopers.
4 troopers,
Uh-huh.
same as last group.
Same armor, yeah. Blasting them again?
Yeah,
All right. I'll make some dodge saves.
it worked pretty well last
make
time.
Dodge save. They can make the toughness save. So there's 4. Fail, 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 fail. So you electric boogaloo them again?
Yep.
All right. You hear a loud shout come from just outside of your line of vision.
So here's my question.
Uh-huh.
It's still an area effect. Would it not have hit him?
Yes, it would have.
It's not my line of sight. It's just selective for my line of sight.
Right. Yes, it would have. He doesn't seem to be too badly affected.
Cool.
Rude.
I did GM rolls for his dodge and his, because you can't see him to see what would have happened to him.
No. Although I guess I still can move.
Yeah.
So I'll just kind of do the little poke my head around a corner.
So you see a tall, powerfully built person wearing ornate armor, holding a staff, actually similar to the one that you saw the one Star Knight holding. The 4-armed woman. and he yells something incomprehensible.
I don't know if there's anything I could roll as like a linguistics check to try to get it.
Do you have an expertise in linguistics by any chance?
I don't know. I feel like I should.
I feel like you might.
I do.
Give me an expertise linguistics.
29?
Oh, yikes.
Yeah, the actual words are, not translatable, but you get the gist, which is that he is yelling at someone on the other side of the door where he was standing. Basically ordering them forward, and then turns to look towards you and says something much grimmer that if you had to guess, you'd say, "I'll deal with this one."
Yeah,
I bet
That's
that's
valid.
not exactly how he said it.
I feel like there might have been some more rude words in there, but you know.
I mean, I was kind of going for the Thanos. Fine, I'll do it myself.
Although, do I get the vibe that he got singed or anything, or
You get the vibe that he was caught in your blast, yeah.
well, doesn't look like it did a major effect though.
If you had to put it in mechanical terms, you might think that he could have taken a bruise.
That's what I was thinking. Cool. Yeah, there's just kind of the poke a head around a corner. Poke back. Star Knight?
Good call. Unfortunately, before Star Knight is the Justicar. So he's going to close towards you,
I'm worried about that.
and he is going to swing his power staff at you. It crackles with energy as he swings it towards you.
I'd love for him to not.
So at this point, may I use my interpose?
You've got line of sight, so yeah, sure.
All right. So as long as they're in my range of movement,
Which your range of movement is stupid.
yep, I place myself in between them as a
Just
reaction.
shove me back. That works.
Yep. And have the stellar shield and take the hit.
All right. Well then, I need a DC 25 toughness save from you.
All right. Does the shield has deflection? Does that
So
come into play here?
Yeah,
What's that?
deflection is done as an action, where you literally are just deflecting the attack aside. You would have to take the defense action.
Okay.
Portals redirecting warp is actually just a version of deflect.
Okay. So yeah, I'll just make a toughness roll then.
Okay, I think you can do it at range too, but fuck.
Is that a nat 20?
That's 20.
Would you like to describe to us how the Star Knight no-sells being hit by the Justicar?
Yeah, so when I see the attack coming at the little witch, I'm just gonna jump in the way and raise my shield, and as he brings it down, it just kind of scrapes off a little bit of energy thrown around, and you can't do that to a Star Knight.
And you will understand as he says, "The Star Knight, you have no jurisdiction here."
The call for aid was made. We respond.
I'm really loving the Star Knight and Witch duo. This is awesome.
I know, I'm kind of digging
Yeah.
it.
Crucible.
Awesome.
I just
I don't
love
need
the
jurisdiction. I've got probable cause.
Star Knight. I need help. And just
I know, I imagine like you're ready to talk shit and he just goes shh and just pushes you out of the way, like, no.
Yeah, I'm gonna rush as fast as I can. Tell Spider Queen and Keone to keep up, and we're gonna go looking for troublemakers.
Okay.
Can I radar sense ahead any magnetic weapons or armor or anything to make carving the
Is it,
path easier?
does it penetrate concealment?
I think so. Let me double check.
Is it magnetic? The whole ship is magnetic, bro.
Well, yes.
You pinpoint magnetic.
It does penetrate concealment,
Okay.
and it is extended
You're
times
aware-
1,000.
And you also got accurate,
Yep.
I believe. Okay. You're aware that there is one energy weapon in the room directly in front of you.
Cool. I'm gonna go in there and attack that person.
Okay.
Did you seriously just whiz by me after I waited for you guys?
Sure did.
So pissed.
Throwing myself in harm's way so you don't have to.
Uh-huh.
Grenade space.
So you see Praetor Ramlev, who again you also met before when you were on Lore Prime. And three bald guys with energy collars, one of which has, or two of which have their hands to their temples in the universal sign for I'm a telepath. And the
Oh
other
no.
has his hands gesturing in the universal sign for I'm a telekinetic.
Absolutely not. No mind blasting witches in here.
Except the one we brought.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't mind blast yet.
Yet. What would you like to do, Crucible?
I'm gonna fill
I'm
this area
assuming
with
you are not
magnetic
going to
expulsion.
attack the energy signature of the energy weapon since that's the Praetor.
No. I'm gonna take the steel collars and bang all these guys' bald heads together.
I love the idea.
Are you
So
just
it
like,
is a DC 22 dodge save and then a DC 27 toughness.
And as we've established, unless they make the toughness save, they cannot make the dodge save.
Right,
So-
that reverse it.
Huh?
Strike that, reverse it.
Unless they make the dodge save, they cannot make the toughness save.
There we are.
All right.
I
I'm
got
just
on.
going to use the telekinetic hounds because their dodges are the same.
so are you
So-
just Larry curling and bow them?
Yep.
All right. Describe it for us, Ethan.
They're the idiots who brought a metal neck brace to a crucible fight. All three of their collars sort of tug in the same direction, and they'll both slam into each other, and I'll put them up against the wall and sort of bend the wall to lock them in place.
Okay.
Oh, looks
Praetor,
like we're
I still don't think you speak English, but it's good to see you.
He will nod towards you
good to
appreciatively
see you.
and gesture through the doorway.
Cindy, I got these guys.
You will notice that one of the hounds looks like he has been shot by an energy weapon.
I'll give Praetor a thumbs up.
Okay, Star Knight.
Dog Void says it's a meeting of the minds.
Hero
Yep.
point for Dog Void.
Yeah. I think this Imperium Justicar needs Stellar Sword. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a swing at him.
Doing a power attack or anything, or just going to go for a straight attack?
I'm gonna go for a straight attack.
Okay. Would you like to tell our audience what you just rolled?
I just rolled a 30
Which, with your
Yeah,
improved crit
with
range,
my with the 17. That's a crit.
yep. Well, that's unfortunate for him. So that becomes a DC 31 toughness save. Yeah, you can. He
Doesn't he
can-
also already have a bruise?
Yes. Hold on a second. His protection didn't come through his character sheet. Because I'm like, he does not have a toughness of 4. I know better than that.
If the character sheet says he has a toughness of 4, you got to go with it.
No, I do not.
Those are the rules.
He will get a 22. So that is a bruise and a daze. Because he fails by 8. Or 9. Still a bruise and a daze. Describe it for us, Star Knight.
The energy from the sword after he kind of deflected his swing kind of opens him up. He's got no defense, and it's just a straight jab of the sword into him.
I like it. Spider Queen, Spider Queen.
Well, she's got 120 feet of movement, so she's gonna start grooving over to the door.
Uh-huh.
And that's like 40 to get here. She will
I don't know
pass
where they
by
are.
Keone.
Oh,
And
damn it, guys.
and she will say, last one in's a rotten xenomorph egg.
Keone didn't understand that reference.
um
I'd rather be a rotten one than a still alive one that's gonna hatch.
True. Now that she's like in this next room, was it the door toward, I'm guessing it's the door towards the right where there are more baddies?
Yeah, the door towards the right is open and the Praetor was pointing through it.
So yeah, she passes through this room. She's got like 60 feet of movement left. She's very impressed and surprised by what's going on in here. I don't know, she'll just say, cool armor as she runs by this guy.
He won't understand you.
Nope.
You will notice that all of these hounds are wrapped in metal against the wall, but
Good job.
and you see a big alien looking dude with a power staff fighting through the doorway.
Is this object in the middle like something in the, oh no, wait, I can swing. She's gonna swing over it.
Say you can swing and wall crawl and
Yeah, it's no problem at all. And I'm guessing she can see a big old Star Knight sword poking this guy through the door.
probably.
So she's gonna make her way over here.
Oh yeah, you can see Star Knight, so yeah.
Land on top of this cool alien device. She's gonna we'll make things easier for the other two. She's gonna hit this guy with a web snare.
Okay.
Um, I don't think an 18 will hit.
No, but I'm willing to if you want to give me a stealth roll, I'm willing to say that there's a decent chance he didn't notice you.
Oh no, she was gonna say something silly when she came in.
Oh, okay, well then never mind. Yeah. An 18
That's-
will not hit him if he's not vulnerable.
No, I'll spend the luck point
Okay,
because she's too quippy for her own good.
sure.
On a re-roll, that is a 29.
That is plenty.
Hi, Skywalker 21. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Says Calvin looks good as always, which is true.
It is true.
Appreciate it.
What does he have to roll now that he's been hit with your psychic weapon?
Dodge or fortitude.
His fortitude is slightly better. That is a 26.
So she will swing in with a whole lot of confidence. She will land on top of this alien device. And seeing this Justicar in between, or seeing this Justicar already facing Star Knight and Hexa, Despite the fact that her attack totally fails, uh, that this guy won't understand. She's just gonna yell out, "Your name better be Baloney, pal, because you're in the middle of a hero sandwich."
God. There is a little laugh effect,
Ethan
though,
looks around
behind
like, I
Star
don't-
Knight.
Calvin.
There's a little
Yeah. Thank you. It's worth it for the hero point.
Ethan looks
All
around
right.
like, I
Like, it
don't know
takes a
what
second
bread
to
you're
sink
talking
in.
about.
but then she laughs.
Nice.
Keone hates it here.
The Praetor is going to go back to reinforce make sure that the Mentat is safe, because that is his primary objective. And frankly, he figures that if at least 3 superheroes can't fight off the Justicar, then he's screwed. And he's right. Keone?
Well, Keone is going to be pretty pissed that everybody just abandoned her after she nicely waited for them.
Uh-huh.
And she is going to Leroy Jenkins this, and she's just going to run straight through to the
Okay.
bad guy. And it's just going to, and she's just going to scream, and she's going to yell like a banshee, and she is going to create ice fists, and she is just going to launch and punch him in the face. So, okay.
What was in those cookies?
She's letting out some very angry energy at this point. She's gonna Hulk this. So would I count that as like one of my ice weapons?
I think
Or
so, yeah.
okay, I don't know if I'd count it as like bludgeoning
I mean,
for martial, because I mean, like, to
it's
me, the
not-
martial arts training would just be like she can punch.
right. I
But
would
she's
say
like-
use your ice weapons.
Okay. So she is going to just haul off and uppercut him, because I'm assuming he's much taller than she is.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so she's just gonna kind of slide up and just right up the face.
All right.
Hopefully. Fuck, I don't have any hero points. It better work. 25.
That'll do it. Although I think you rolled the wrong attack.
Oh. No, that's it. Or do I do, are you talking, or do I do ice constructs? Or ice weapons?
Ice weapons.
Weapons, okay.
But we'll use that die roll of a 16.
Okay.
So go ahead and click it just so I know what the actual DC is, because I think it's not quite as damaging.
No, it's the same.
Oh, it is? Okay. Well, then never mind.
Okay. Oh, please don't take that one. I don't want the 2.
No, it's fine. I'm taking the 16.
Yeah, the
Um,
DC. They're both the same.
Right. Okay. Well, then he'll attempt to make a DC 30 toughness save. That is a 22. Even with the bruise. So he'll take another bruise and remain dazed.
Can she go double fatigued and punch him again?
You'd be exhausted, but yeah.
She's gonna go exhausted,
All right.
and she's going to punch him again.
Ethan is rubbing off on you.
She is very mad at Ethan, so yes. In all of the ways.
I was just trying to do what you said.
Oh, did I hit it? Oh, I thought I hit. Fuck. I'm assuming a 16 won't hit.
It will not.
So she'll uppercut him and kind of he'll stumble back, and then she'll try and hit him again and just miss, because she's just blind ragedly hitting at him and
And pretty
missing
much
him.
gassed out at this point because you
Yeah.
couldn't get at the end
Yep.
of the stone. Okay. Hexa.
I went from being almost completely fucked to having a lot of backup.
Yes.
That's good. Of course, this is probably now where I'm going to choke on being cool.
What are you
Just gonna-
doing?
We're just gonna try to normal blast him.
Okay.
Is that the right one? That's the right one. That's awful.
You're correct. That would
You're correct.
Joke.
That sucked.
Let's have a hero point because we're nearing the end.
we are.
Can't take him with you.
Also true.
Take two. There we are.
That will hit.
It's not showing any of my DCs, which is very annoying, but it's a DC 30.
That is a fail by 12. So he is staggered.
There we are.
He is unfortunately still a fanatic.
I know, but
So he's not going to do the smart thing and surrender. What he is going to do though is power attack on the Star Knight. Because if he's going to go down, he will take one of the Star Knights, the most hated enemies of the Imperium, with him.
Fair.
So if this hits, we're going to add 5 to it. Will a 27 hit? I'm assuming you don't have a parry of 17.
No, my parry is not that high.
All right. Then I need a DC 30 toughness save.
Oh,
Fuck you.
I had that bad initiative roll, and that
that's
just
all you needed.
set the tone for some great rolls tonight.
So
Yeah.
to get the one bad roll out of your system.
Yep.
So the Justicar swings at you, and again, it just bounces off your shield.
You're really not good at this.
No, you're. It's bouncing off a shield. You got to be like, I could do this all day.
Crucible.
Crucible. It's gonna follow Cindy into the next room,
Huh?
and we're gonna try and deal with the Justicar.
Sure.
I'm gonna
I
hit
guess
him
Cindy's
with.
closer to him. Cindy's more like right here.
I'm gonna hit him with 5 points of all out and 5 points of power attack for a magnetic blast. Yeah, 27 to hit.
That'll do.
DC 36.
Can't make a 36. But he can make a 24. Which is a fail by 12. Which is a second stagger. Ethan, what happens?
As I come into the room, I notice he is covered in metal armor, which is another silly thing to be doing in a Crucible fight, and I just sort of squeeze the armor enough that his joints lock up and he's not able to move, and I leave him on the ground face down.
All right. Well, it is 10 o'clock, so rather than oh wait, we go to 10:30, don't we? So we're not late. Okay. I was like,
Let
shit,
us
we're
finish this.
well, we are out of combat now. Or at least we can be. Portal is going to come over comms and say, guys, the other ship is leaving. I don't know if I can do anything about that, but thought you should know.
How big of a portal can Portal make?
Not one big enough to hold an entire ship.
Okay.
No, but I might be able to catch it.
Is everyone on the ship safe? They didn't grab anyone already, so it's not like they have prisoners over there.
I don't think so.
That's all right. Let the scared little bitches run.
During my training, was I given any kind of training on like, here's their ships, here's how many people are usually on them.
Do you have any relevant expertises?
I do not.
I will allow you to give me a straight intelligence roll.
Oh God.
I'm bad at intelligence.
I mean,
I feel like you vaguely remember something from training.
you feel like a standard Imperium attack ship would probably have, of the size that you saw, would probably have a crew complement somewhere around 30.
Well, Hex can take 15 of those, so easy. But a lot of them we already took down, so
Yeah, I was gonna say I took at least 8. I think Hex took 8.
I've taken, wait, how many people are we expecting?
About 30. So
I
I think
took
you've taken
12.
at least half their crew.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've done
just-
5.
Yeah.
the,
So we're looking at they're basically puttering away with like probably the 5 scrubs that they were like, y'all stay behind.
Yeah, I mean, I got 12.
it might be a little bit of a fight, but I mean, we got the Justicar here, so
Plus we need someone to tell the tale.
I mean,
We've got to leave a survivor.
if your guys are debating, they're going to be gone.
Yeah, that's what I was about to be like. Guys, this was a great chat. They've already left, so our choice is made.
Yeah, Ethan is happy to not stress himself out trying to stop a spaceship.
yeah, I don't think it would be worth it.
Yeah, this guy seems like the most important one anyway.
Yeah, Keone is saying all this while she's keeled over, deep breathing and trying to calm down.
You good?
Yeah, oh god, you just gotta give me a minute. I haven't used my powers that much in a while.
Do you need an ice pack?
Yeah, I didn't need an ice pack.
Would that even do anything for you?
It's a code name I've come up with for the little cocktails I give her when she needs a little perking up.
Oh.
It's like a little blue curacao gel pack.
All right. So, the Praetor and the Mentat will, stepping over bodies, come over to you guys. And through a combination of universal translators and telepathy, we will assume that communication is something that can happen. And they will say, "Thank you for coming to our aid. We weren't expecting to find Terrans here. We thought we were headed towards Terra."
We were dropping off a prisoner at the Citadel. But I'm glad we were in the neighborhood.
Our understanding is that the people, our people who were taken off of Lore Prime, are now, the reports were confusing, but are now on a second moon orbiting your planet.
I'm still so mad about that second moon existing. Yeah, that's at least the thing, so
So would we, other than the fact that there is another moon, none of us really know anything about it because we've never been there, correct?
I don't think so.
Okay, like other than the fact that we're just like, what the fuck is
I know
this
it
giant
messed
planet?
up the natural balance.
Okay,
Does
like I mean,
Portal
other
know
than
you
just
sent
like,
those people there?
No, Portal doesn't know that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, didn't he just opened a portal to somewhere to get them out, right?
Yeah.
So we don't even know what that planet's called.
No.
There's
Wait,
people on that moon?
when did the second moon appear?
When
Oh.
Gemstars ended.
Yeah, it was a few months ago. Just popped out of nowhere, actually.
Actually, Gary, this might be the first that
Yeah.
Cam has heard of the second moon.
Wait, back up. Second moon, what?
Yeah, a second moon just appeared. It was really upsetting because, I mean, the tides, everything's connected to the moon, and now there's two, and that makes it really hard to do alignments and stuff.
Would
But
Keone have felt the
Vulcan-
change?
Oh yeah.
Like, because she's magic based, so she would have felt the shift.
Yeah, I mean, you don't know exactly what effect it has, but you definitely felt that it has changed the balance of things.
I
But
don't
she
think
also
we
become
can have
pain
to.
because it's like under the moonlight, like under a full moon, but now there's like so many different phases.
Darhas will speak up and go, yeah, no, the second moon is a whole issue and a whole thing, and any chance if it's where your people are, you could like take it away and put it somewhere else out in space.
Yeah,
Don't think it works like that, but again, we do know that many of our people are on that moon.
that's fair.
Say, I
How
think
did your people get on that moon?
I'm unclear. But one of the members of your Freedom League told Daedalus that when it arrived, and yes, that there had been a large influx of people from Lore Prime. I think there's a chance that Professor Cephalopod would have known people on the Freedom League well enough to actually have that conversation, but probably not that any of you would.
To be fair, I tried to stab them when I first met them, so
Yeah.
don't think they like me very much.
One of them melted my brain the first time that we met, so.
You don't like them very much.
And I hear they hired Gatorman. Can you believe that?
True.
Your arch nemesis, two-time bake-off champ.
I know, I can't even watch the Food Network anymore.
Oh,
That is
it was
cute.
resonance melted your brain, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Resident. It melted my brain.
To be fair, though, didn't she melt your brain because I stabbed her? I tried to
Yes.
stab her.
I think
anyway.
so.
I think so. Anyways, but
Okay,
yeah,
well.
so that was our understanding, and with the destruction of Lore Prime and the expansion of the Imperium, finding out that thousands of our people are alive is something that we had to go investigate.
So Keone will breathlessly walk over to them, kind of put her hand on their shoulder and be like, if they are there, we know people and we can help get you there.
Well, it will probably take some time for us to effect repairs on our ship, but
Oh,
Well-
I should go erase that chalk I used to make a door.
Keone will turn to the Star Knight and be like, do your little robot brainy people, could they help?
Little robot.
Your friends.
Mentor's big brain.
Like the big brainy people, do you think they could help? That one had like 8 arms. Like I feel like that would be a perfect mechanic.
I'm sure that we can have the ship if the ship's enough can at least travel to the Citadel, make it that far, should be able to help with repairs.
the Praetor will nod and say, I believe our engines are still capable of that. It just may take us some time to arrive.
Keone will turn to Crucible and be like, could you help move them along? Could we use our ship to help move them along? Thinking like, tugboat style, like we drag it with us or we push it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always happy to be your little tugboat.
Don't say that.
Keone will somehow still out of breath, will just kind of laugh and just rest her hand on your shoulder and sigh.
Yeah, so it looks like using Star Wars as a reference point, a ship this size is probably in the neighborhood of 150 to 200,000 tons.
I mean,
Dang.
I feel like a mix of all three of those things could help. It could be pushing itself. We'd tow it with the ship, and Crucible uses his powers to push it a little bit faster.
I would argue that it'll get there. I mean, you don't necessarily need to help them along. It's just they're not going to be there as quickly as you guys will return to Earth. Partially because I'm going to have to talk with Wiki and Alex long before I move forward with anything with this plot.
They can take the slow way home. That's okay.
Yep.
They can
So
travel
how
at
long
the
would it-
speed of plot.
Huh?
I was
They will
wondering
travel
how
at
long
the
it
speed
would
of plot.
how long would it take them to get to the Citadel? Like on their own?
With the state of our engines, a few days, perhaps a week.
Well, why don't you guys start making some of the repairs while you work your way over there, and we can try and make whatever connections and talk to whomever we need to help you further back on Earth.
We would appreciate that.
Are you going to be okay making it to Earth on your own?
We should be. Being found by the Imperium was unexpected, but now that we are aware that they are looking for us, we can take a more circuitous route.
Sure. Well,
And if we return to the Citadel, perhaps a Star Knight will be willing to accompany us.
I think we should make sure it's the spider one.
yeah, I mean, if he's around.
All right.
And Keone will just let Portal know where we are and say that it's safe to pull us back onto the ship so that we can go back. Are we going to go back straight back home, or are we going to go to the Citadel first?
We should probably at least let the Citadel know that we were successful.
And that we're sending a giant ass broken ship to them.
Yeah.
I mean, you
well,
don't have to go back to tell them that. Gary can communicate with
Yeah,
them.
I can send that if we just want to go home. They can always tell us what their analysis found.
I mean, how long have we been gone in Earth days?
Less than one.
Less than
Yeah.
one.
I'm wondering if we interstellared this or if it's more of just
Even if we didn't spend any time here or in the fight or in the repairs, we're already gone for 12 hours because it was 6 hours to get here. Like it took 5 minutes, but in Earth it was 6.
Right.
So we're already 12 hours net loss.
okay.
Once you make your way back to Earth, yes.
Yes, not counting how different time, like our 1 minute here has been X over there.
Right.
But just in simple net, 12 hours is a certainty.
So at least, so we've gone at least a day, a minimum of a day.
Yes. Oh,
Okay.
If there's 2 moons, are werewolves going to be a bigger problem?
Good question.
We should ask Mongrel.
Moon thing's throwing me off.
From you doesn't seem to be just to.
I think we should not ask Mongrel. I think Mongrel will be mad about that.
I think there might be a bunch of people in New Orleans who might know the answer to that.
Oh, that's true too.
Oh, and you all missed Hexy. She just destroyed people back there. I think everyone should know MVP right here.
Keone will high five her.
Thanks.
I think both our new people are pretty awesome, huh?
Both?
Oh,
Yeah.
All three of our new people.
Although we didn't get to see the Star Knight do anything. So right now to us, we didn't see shit.
yeah, he's the one dragging you all over space, being an asshole.
I would have been dead without him, so
We need to so the next gadget we need to ask Mars to make is we need to have like GoPros attached to us somewhere so we can all see how cool everybody is when we separate.
All right.
there's
Very
just
important.
the chance that you walk by and you're just like, that's just 8 fried people. What happened?
No, we don't have. Oh, what? Professor C used to watch us, so he had always had footage of stuff.
You did. Yeah.
Yeah, but it wasn't for fun reasons. It was to coach us.
That's true. Freaking danger room.
All right. Well, then, are you guys going to go return to the Citadel or just head back to Earth and have Star Knight report in?
As much as Spider Queen would have liked that tour, she's a little tired of space. It's been pretty
Yeah.
exhausting.
It's a good
She
time
wouldn't
to go
mind
home.
going home. Besides, we'll probably be back here at some point. I mean,
Yeah,
This-
we'll have to come back.
All right. Well, in that case, it is 10:25, so I think that is a good place to put a pause on it for tonight. To our audience, thank you so much for joining us. Around our network, I believe Freedom League Dark is back tomorrow.
No, we're off tomorrow. Back next week.
My schedule's got all through and off. All right, Freedom League Dark is dark next week, or tomorrow, but they'll be back next week. And there will be a new episode of the Titan City Serials on Thursday.
Mhm.
We will, of course, be right back here, same bat time, same bat channel next week. Heroes, let's pass it around the table, say goodbye, plug anything you want to plug, and I'll start with Gary.
No plugs. I'm not really anywhere but here, which is a good place to be. So thanks everyone. A lot of fun. I'll pass.
I think you cut out there. Who are you?
I'm just gonna pass it over to Calvin.
All right.
yeah, this as always, I have a lot of fun hopping into this game and this character. I didn't realize better be baloney was such a tongue twister until I started saying it out loud. But yeah, everyone's contributing equally, including Spider Queen, who just quipped and missed. Yeah, so definitely check out Freedom League Dark next week. As well, if you are on YouTube, please check out the Win with Dice channel, where we have gaming streams and tabletop RPG podcasting. And with that, I will pass it over to Jemmy.
Thank you all for coming. It's always a ton of fun here. For once, she got to be cool, so that's pretty good. Glad Bella actually got to show off being competent for once. I wish I could tell you all of the notes because these are a hot mess and I'm not showing anyone these. But because I remembered I was playing the smart character, I decided to start writing things down. Which is bad because to just give one note, there's just preserver stones. Still big. So we're doing great over here as taking notes. Make sure you come back next time. We love you all. Take care of yourselves. Mwah. Aunt Puppy.
I don't have anything. Just like, follow, subscribe, do all the things that you should in all of the places that you can find us. Check out all of our great affiliation links. We've got Roll and Play, which I plan to run one of their one shots soon, sometime, maybe. And then, obviously Green Ronin and Norse Foundry. You can see some of the little ads as they run through, and I'll be posting different things on the Discord as well with the different affiliate links. So just check all that out. And then make sure you play a game. Alex?
Yeah, I know we're off for Freedom Week Dark tomorrow, but we are doing the Mutants Masterminds developer Q&A over on the Atomic Think Tank. I'll be there answering questions. And if you've not signed up for the Atomic Think Tank yet, we are doing a very, very fun, very secret playtest for some M&M products over there that you do not want to miss out on if you're a mega MMM fan. Yeah, I'm very excited for people to get their hands on that playtest material and to give us feedback so that we can make the game even better than it already is. So head over there if you're not already following us there. And yeah, I'll pass it up to Aaron.
All right. Well, that is it for those of us here at the Untold Stories Project. Till next time, keep rolling 20s. Bye.